Before my client came for his 6-minute walk test, I wanted to be sure that I had everything set up. I have our blood pressure cuff and our stethoscope so that I can do the blood pressure reading. I have my lap counter right here so that I can mark how many laps are completed during the 6-minute time. I have my data sheet ready to take the data after our session. I have our Borg dyspnea scale so that he can rate his shortness of breath. I have a phone ready in case anything is to go wrong. I have a stopwatch here that can be used to time the 6 minutes. I have our AED and O2 supply if needed. And I have our chair set up and ready for him to sit in. I have also went ahead and marked our corridor with the pieces of black tape at every 3 meters. And then at the end of our corridor, I have set up a bucket in place so that our client knows where to turn around. Hello, my name is Brooklyn Flanagan, and right here is my client, Michael Hollingsworth. Today we are going to be doing a 6-minute walk test. Have you ever done a 6-minute walk test before?
I've not.
Alright, so the purpose of the 6-minute walk test is to assess functional capacity, and it evaluates the global response of all systems during exercise, but it doesn't provide a specific information about different organ systems involved in exercise. It is a good reflection of how functional exercise is used for daily physical activities, because most daily physical activities are done at some maximal exercise. Because this is a submaximal test, you might feel a little fatigued during the test. You might begin to breathe heavier. Let me know if you have any trouble breathing, or if you have chest pains or leg cramps. And if I notice any staggering or paleness, we're going to terminate this test. We also have a phone on hand if anything were to go wrong, as well as our AED and extra oxygen supply as needed. Because this is a standardized test, I'm going to read you the protocol. The object of this test is to walk as far as possible for 6 minutes. You will walk back and forth in this hallway. 6 minutes is a long time to walk, so you will be exerting yourself. You will probably get out of breath or become exhausted. You are permitted to slow down, to stop, and to rest as necessary. You may lean against the wall while resting, but resume walking as soon as you are able to. You will be walking back and forth around the cones. You should pivot briskly around the cones and continue back the other way without hesitation. Now I'm going to show you. Please watch the way I turn without hesitation. Alright, just like that. Do I have your consent to run this test?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. Are you ready to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, I'm going to use this counter that I have right here to keep track of the number of laps you complete. I will click it each time you turn around at this starting line right in front of you. Remember, the object is to walk as far as possible in 6 minutes. Do not run or jog.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and take your blood pressure readings while we're waiting. You must sit for 10 minutes before starting this test. Nice stethoscope. Alright, we got a good blood pressure reading there. Take this off, and I see you're wearing comfortable clothing that you're able to walk in. Do you have any unstable angina or any myocardial infarct in the previous months?
No.
Alright, and as we saw after the blood pressure reading, my client does not have a systolic blood pressure of greater than 180 milliliters of mercury, and his diastolic blood pressure isn't greater than 100 millimeters of mercury, so those are good. I'm going to go ahead and have you stand up right now, and we're going to do this Borg scale. This is a scale that asks you to rate your difficulty of breathing. It starts at number 0, where your breathing is causing you no difficulty at all, and it progresses to the number 10, where your breathing is very difficult. How much difficulty is your breathing causing you right now?
None.
None?
0.
Alright, I will mark that down. And we're going to go ahead and begin this test, so I'm going to get my stopwatch ready. Alright, I'll have you stand up at the line here. And we will begin. You are doing well. You have 5 minutes to go. Keep up the good work. You have 4 minutes to go. You are doing well. You are halfway done. Keep up the good work. You only have 2 minutes left. You are doing well. You only have 1 minute left. In a moment, I'm going to tell you to stop. When I do, just stop where you are and I will come to you. Stop. Alright, you chose a number before you started this test. I would like you to now rate how your breathing is affecting you.
I'll say very light. 1.
Alright, and what is your perceived exertion? Anything kept you from walking further?
Running out of time.
Running out of time? Alright, good effort today. I would like to thank you for coming in, and we have some water over there if you would like.
Thank you.
Thank you. My client was able to complete 15 laps in the 6-minute period. Whenever I stopped the timer, he was at 1.5 laps. That calculation comes out to 930 meters total walk.